Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play, link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 9th edition, 2,000 points, Adeptus Custodes versus Orks. Right, so welcome to this 2,000 points game. 9th edition, Orks versus Adeptus Custodes. I'm going to run my Orks here and take on Tom Kovier's Custodes list. So before I run through the Ork list here, I'll just mention the patrons at gold level. Their names are Alex Stillwell, Andrew Swan, Marcus Anthony, Luke Schwengel, Nathan Skrazuti, Nicholas Lucas, Patrick McPherson, Paul Cook, Will Wright, and Zachary Silson, and so big thanks to them for their support at gold level. You can check out the end credits for those supporting at silver level, and thanks also to those supporting at bronze. And all the proceeds on the Striker Scorpion 82 Patreon page go straight to my local War Games Club, SSWG. So 2,000 points of Orks. They've done quite well in the league. This is just a friendly game, if you could call it that here, but a chance to see these two factions collide. The ultra elite here of the Custodes against the glass hammer potentially of the Orks. So a real clash, a real contrast in styles. So it'll be interesting to see how both of these factions perform. So I've gone for a battalion and a vanguard detachment here for the Orks. I've also spent points on, or command points being spent on a warp head for the weird boy, an extra relic being taken, and Gut Ripper's been upgraded to the biggest boss using that stratagem as well. So down to 5 command points only for the Orks, but I think some good upgrades for them just to try and boost them up as much as possible. So the first detachment is a battalion, and it's going to be Goths. So 6s rolled in close combat will pop extra attacks. HQ choices then, Gut Ripper or Gruck Face Ripper. The model being used, he's just here, he's going to be the Warlord. So I've given him a Power Claw, which has then been upgraded to the Killer Claw, so that rerolls wounds, and there's no minus to the hit rolls for that weapon. Then he's just armed with a shooter just to save on points, and he has an attack squig for him as well. And then the Warlord trait for him is brutal but cunning. It's +1 damage if he is charged, performs heroic intervention, or if he makes a charge himself. So that will make the Killer Claw damage 4, and he rerolls his hit rolls as well. And then a command point being spent on the stratagem to biggest boss. That gives him a 4+ invuln save, an extra wound, and an extra attack for him as well. Then I'm going to run with the Weird Boy here. He's been upgraded to Weird Boy Warp Head for a command point, and the 2 psychic powers is Warpath, Fists of Gork, and then Smite as standard for him. Then I'm taking a third HQ choice. It's Zog here. It's the Forge World model. War Boss on the bike is no longer available, so I'm going to take him as a Death Killer War Track. And he is carrying a relic. It's the Lucky Stick. So reroll hit rolls and wound rolls for him. And then +1 to hit rolls for characters within 6 inches of him also. Then for troops, to make up the battalion, 3 units of Ork Boys, 3 units of 10. 1, 2, and 3. A knob in each of those squads equipped with a big chopper, and then they're all mechanised here inside trucks with big shooters. Then for heavy support, it's the Bonebreaker Battle Wagon, or the Shuttle Bus as it's become known. So a Death Roller for that, Grot Riggers, a Kill Cannon, 3 big shooters, and it's been given a custom job as well. So it's a Fortress, which gives it a 3+ armour save and a 5+ invulnerable save as well. Inside that transport usually goes the Mega Knobs unit of 4, just over there on that side. There's Killsaw Car with the 2 kill saws, and then the rest are equipped with custom shooters and Power Claws, a squad of 4 of them. So that's the battalion detachment. Also is the Pain Boy with a Power Claw. He's going to go in the battalion detachment as well, just so you can use his ability on those members of the same clan. So that's the battalion detachment. It's actually a spearhead detachment being taken. The subculture is Boom Boys. So it's an extra AP -1 and +1 strength on the rocket weapons. Plenty of rockets here in this detachment. So HQ choice is the big mech with custom force field. This model just down here. And then I'm taking 2 units of tank busters, 2 units of 8, all equipped with rocket launchers, and they're inside trucks here with big shooters just to make them mechanised. Then 2 Deathcopters here, 2 individual units of 1. And then to make up the heavy supports here, need 3 of those for the spearhead detachment, a unit of 2, and then 2 units of 1 of the mech guns. And they are equipped with the custom mega cannons for each of those, and there's 5 grot crew for each of those guns. So that's the list for the Orks. They've had a good number of victories here, and they've performed well in the league. You can check out the results in the league for the Orks and the other factions. It's over on the Plus channel. There's a tab at the top of the website that says League, and you can click on that and it'll give you the results of all of our games and where each of the armies stands. And that's free to access for everybody here. But Orks will take on the Custodes here. I think the first time maybe on the channel we've seen these 2 forces collide. We'll let Tom KOYO run through his list. Alright, so 2,000 points of Adeptus Custodes. The bikes have been removed from the list. Tom's going to try out some different units here. He's going to go through his list now.
Okay, so today I've brought my 2,000 points of Custodians. I'll start off, it's a battalion. I'll start with the HQs. I've got a Shield Captain on Dawn Eagle jet bike. I've spent a CP on him for Captain Commander and given him the 2 extra wounds, Indomitable Creation. He's got the Relic, the Orok Aquila's jet bike, standard procedure really there. All-Seeing Annihilator as well, which is the Warlord trait from the Shield Host Dread Host, which means all units within 6 inches, any rolls to hit of 6, generate extra hits, just to try and get as many attacks as I can on hordes, which will be quite good hopefully today. I've got Trajan Valoris, just as he is. I've decided today, just because he's my favourite character in all of the 40k fluff, to bring Valerian and Alea as well. I know stats-wise they're not particularly good, but fluff-wise they're amazing, and I love the models. Then I've got 3 troops choices. I've got a 4-man squad of Custodians with 1 shield and 3 spears. I've got a 5-man squad with 2 shields and 3 spears. And then I've got a squad of 4 Sagittarium Guard at the back. The Sagittarium Guard have all got the Misericordias, just to give them a little bit of help in close combat. I've also decided today to bring some Wardens. I haven't used them. I don't think I've used them in any game, and I'm really interested to see how they play. The main difference is they've all got Misericordias as standard, and they get a 6+ Feel No Pain and benefits to Deny the Witch. Then I'm going for a block of 5 Alaris Custodians. all as they are equipped there with the Castellan axes. And then last but not least, I've got my my Vexilla. The Vexilla I've gone for this time is not the -1 to hit like I normally do. I've actually gone for the one that gives me extra attacks. So I think it's a Vexilla Imperialis. I've also spent a CP for an extra relic to give the Eagle's Eye relic to give him a 3+ invulnerable save, and an extra CP to give him an extra Warlord trait of superior creation, so he gets a 5+ feel no pain as well, just to try and keep him alive for a little bit longer. Forgot to mention on the Wardens there, one of them is equipped with a Castellan axe, and the other 4 have just got the spears. But that's me.
So that's Tom's list here. So Biker's missing, but a chance to see some other units here. So it'll be fascinating to see how well they perform in this game. We'll go on to scenario and deployment now for this battle. Alright, so we have a mission here, randomly determined. We've gone to Grand Tournament 2020, Strike Force sized game, retrieval mission here, so mission number 11. Deployment zone looks something like this, with objectives 2 in each deployment zone and then 4 inside no man's land. So as objectives then, Tom's elected to go at this end of the table, so 18 inches in from the edge of the board. His deployment zone marked by the orange dice, and then the Orks, their deployment zone marked by these yellow dice just here. So objectives, there's one tucked inside the middle of the Ork deployment zone, 2 just on the edge of their deployment zone, then across no man's land, 2 on the edge of Tom's deployment zone for the Custodes, and then in between the buildings here, just tucked in there, is the home objective for the Custodes. So secondaries chosen as Tom's gone for engage in all fronts, so that is table quarters control during the game. To bring it down, he's gone after the Achilles heel of the Orks here. So many vehicles where points can be picked up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 potential units that could be destroyed and points picked up for those. So a wise choice going for bring it down, and then also grind them down has been selected as well. Yeah, so that's points been picked up for numbers of models and vehicles and so on being slain. So another good choice for trying to chew your way through hordes. So that's the secondaries chosen for Tom's Custodes. Then for the Orks, I'll take my usual option, that's line breaker, so 4 points available if we're able to get units into the enemy deployment zone. Going to go for assassinate. Tom has 5 characters potentially we could try and go after. Then finally we have gone for while we stand we fight. I haven't used this one before. The 3 units, you have to take your 3 most expensive models, and that works out as the Bonebreaker Battle Wagon, Zog, the Death Killer Wartrike, and then just about more expensive than the Weird Boy Warphead is Gut Ripper. If I keep either of these 3 alive to the end of the game, each of them is worth 5 points each. If all 3 of those remain, which is quite unlikely, but if they do, then it's 15 points available. If 2 of them remain, it's 10 points, and if 1 of them remains, it's 5, and then of course it'll be 0 if all 3 of those models are destroyed. So that's secondaries chosen for both sides. We'll go on to deployment now. We'll start alternating placing units on the board. Right, just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. The battle mat is from gamemat.eu, 6x4 in size, so we just add a bit of piping on the edge here just for the new size for our games of 40k. Rolls out nice and flat. It's this mouse mat material, so nice and soft, figure friendly, nice and quiet when you're rolling the dice. And then terrain, a good chunk of it here is from gamemat.eu as well. This is their industrial terrain set, which I've been painting up to match in with my AdMech terrain from Games Workshop. So this larger building here, these containers are from that terrain set. So you can check out gamemat.eu for your supplies of battle mats, and then pre-painted terrain, a wide variety available from them as well. Then we're also featuring an introduction collection here of the Hablock terrain. That's from madgamingterrain.com. So fully magnetized, you can build up they're all stackable, you can build up the levels of the buildings, the walkways can go in between, some great combinations you can go for with that. So you can check out Mad Gaming Terrain for your supplies of MDF terrain available from them as well. Right, okay, so deployment's done for both sides. Ork deployment, deploying across a wide front here, a lot of units deploying right up to the edge of their deployment zone, getting ready to move out onto these objectives that are close to our deployment zone and beyond. We've stacked up a lot of our nasty elite stuff on the left-hand flank here for the Orks. So the Gut Ripper's inside, the Bonebreaker Battle Wagon, the Mega Knobs are there as well, and then Gut Stitcher, the Pain Boy, and also Innards, the Weird Boy Warphead as well. So they're all inside that transport. Zog's next to them as well. A unit of tank busters inside their transport. At the back here, one of the Deathcopters. A lone mech gun, getting ready to push out in this direction. Ork Boys in the middle here, so 1, 2, 3 trucks. There's also a tank buster unit with them as well. The other Deathcopter at the back, just behind those buildings, and then the mech guns, unit of 2 and a unit of 1. Just tucked in there, so a wide disposition here for the Orks. There's no reserves at all coming in. I'll just call out Tom's reserves. The Alaris Terminators and Trajan Valoris will all be deep striking in, so turn 2 onwards they can appear on the battlefield. Custodian Guard Squad here, unit of 5, right next to this objective, getting ready to move out. The Wardens right in the middle, along with the Vexilla. Another unit of Custodian Guard on the left-hand side. The Sagittarium Guard on top of the building, and then the Shield Captain on the Dawn Eagle jet bike just there. Yes, the 2 characters. And then, not forgetting Valerian and Alea. Yep. They've deployed there in the middle. So deployment is complete now for both sides. So not too wide here with the Custodes, more clustering together in the middle here, forming up in a high
It's a trap.
It's a trap, yes, it could be. You'll see. The Orks looking stronger on their flanks. So deployment is now done for both sides. All right, so it's that moment of the game. I'm not sure which dice to use. So I'll roll 2 and then choose the best. So I'll go for this one, the orange dice. And Tom's going to roll up. What is a skull?
A 1.
A skull is a 1, okay.
Skull is a 1.
6, cool. Okay, not too bad at all. Right, so Orks, I think we must go first, take advantage here. The Orks do boast some pretty decent firepower, potentially. We'll see, though. It's up against the Golden Boys here, of the Emperor himself, so we'll see how effective our firepower can be. But I think the Orks, they must go first here. It's their instinct to push forwards and to seize the initiative. So going to go on to the first turn of the game. The Greenskins will make the first move. Right, so movement is complete on turn 1 here for the Orks. It's not a headlong rush towards the Custodes, but a steady advance and just manoeuvring into position to control objectives and also watch the back door. Tom does have a nasty unit and HQ choice to arrive via deep strike. So holding on to this objective in the middle is the tank busters, but pushing forwards to get in range to fire from their vehicle. Then the This truck here has converged on the objective. The mech gun's been pushed forwards as well. Defcopter's just swung around just to patrol around the back here, for now at least, and then tank busters have swung around through this gap onto the objective. Also, gone ahead 12 here with the battle wagon, Zog with them. Then there's some movement across the other side as well. So 2 trucks have pushed through, both in range of the objective. I reckon I'm stuck here actually behind this terrain. It's -2 to your movement. It's only movement 3. So I'm just going to leave the gun where it is, but it looks good in between the pipes. But it may have to sit there for much of the game. I've kept Napoleon Git Smasher, the big mech with the custom force field, just where he is. And then I've pushed the 2 guns forward 3 inches just to get a better angle and range of their firepower, and again keeping one of the Defcopters at the back on patrol as well. So that's Ork movement here, just more manoeuvring here rather than a headlong charge towards the Custodes at this point, planning to let loose of a volley to see how effective it is against this Imperial force. That is movement done. There's no psychic phase. The Weird Boy is still inside the transport, and no powers to be used with him. So we're going to the shooting phase now for the Orks on their first turn. Right, so we'll start with the mech guns. Usually do. This one here is going to fire. It can see through all the gaps and the chain link fence against this unit of Custodian Guard. So D6 shots for the custom mega cannon. 4 shots, not too bad. There's no minus anymore for moving for vehicles for 9th edition, so it's going to be straight 4s for our hits. And we have missed twice and hit twice. That 6 pops an extra shot, which hits as well. So 3 hits come through. Strength 8, toughness 5. So 3s for wounds. And they've all wounded. Alright, so we've sent a message out here towards the Custodes. It's AP -3. So Tom will use...
How many damage?
D6.
D6.
Damage.
I'll take it on my Storm Shield.
Yes, alright, 3 plus invuln. Great. Passed.
Failed.
Failed.
I need to do the damage.
Yeah, unless you want to command reroll it. Or...
No.
Okay, damage is 3. I might command reroll that one.
Why? You just killed.
Wait, 3 wounds. I thought it was 4.
No,
Okay,
no,
no Custodian Guard of 3 wounds.
Yep.
Okay, so model slain.
And then the next Storm Shield. Yeah, that's fine.
Passed. Alright, okay, so there's 2 Storm Shields per squad.
2 Storm Shields in that squad.
Yep.
Only 1 in the other.
1 in the other, okay. Okay, so mech guns fired and has brought down one of the Custodian Guard. Okay, so across the other side, the unit Custodian Guard, they're just tucked in that terrain, so it's going to be -1 to hit them, and it's the mech gun that's stuck behind the pipes is going to shoot. So, 6 shots for this one. So I can immediately receive a mortal wound, so I'll drop down to 5 wounds on that model, just for it overheating. 4 hits, no, sorry, 2 hits come through, and then 6 pops an extra shot, which misses. 3's to wound, 2 wounds come through.
I have to take on the Storm Shield again?
Storm Shield again, yeah. Passed and passed. Alright, so bouncing off that time. Okay, so the 2 mech guns over on the far flank, they're just right the way over there. It's the outside one is going to fire at the Custodian Guard, and the other one does have line of sight to the Sagittarian Guard on top. So we'll fire at the Sagittarian Guard first of all. 5 shots, this is good here for the mech guns. They're kicking out the shots. I'll take a mortal wound and score 1 hit. 3's to wound, no wound, and I'll maybe go for command reroll. Here it comes. Just about. Okay, so invuln save.
4+. Yep.
Passed. Okay, well done. Right, so the outside gun. 5 shots. Primed and ready here. No mortal wounds and 2 hits. Needing 5s. A wound comes through, and the...
Is that to these guys?
Yes, that's the shield again.
Shield, yeah. 3.
Got it? Yep, fine. Okay, so Storm Shield's doing a really good job here at blocking the damage from coming through.
That's a lot of damage each.
Yeah, we're just looking at tank busters are about to fire. This is the Ork heavy guns. There's no vehicles to shoot at, so Tom's infantry.
Custodian launchers. They're great. I don't know what
Tungsten tipped. Rocket tips.
Transhuman. Yeah, I'm going to transhuman.
Okay.
Or their equivalent, 2 CP.
2 CP. Okay, so that means it's going to be 4 pluses for wounds.
Yeah.
Regardless. of strength coming through. Yeah. All right, so Tank Buster's going to shoot through here against the Wardens. So 8 shots. And that is not too bad at all. So 4 hits come through, and 6 pops an extra shot. There's no rerolls going on here because it's not vehicles. So we'll go on to 4s to wound because of transhuman. It's helped you out here. That would have wounded that once. Just the 1 makes it through. Tom will take an invuln save, which fails, and it's 3 damage.
So they get 6 plus feel no pain.
Okay.
So ignore 2.
Nice. Good dice rolling. Okay. So good dice rolling for both sides. Actually, Orks getting the hits, but Tom rolling well in defence. So we'll put some big shooters into the same squad. Just going to try and knock off some wounds with these guns. So 3 shots from this transport. Missed. 3 from here. Double 6 is 2 extra shots, which one of those hits. 4s for wounds. Yeah, 2 saves, no minus. 2 ups.
Yep.
Passed. We'll go from here as well. 1 hit, pops an extra shot, which misses. Doesn't wound. So that's 1, 2, 3 vehicles there of fire just to get their shots done. Alright, we'll go here. This unit of Tank Busters will fire at the Wardens as well. So it's going to be 8 shots. Or do we? They've had transhuman physiology played on them. Yeah, we'll think about this one. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to fire at those. Just that the 4+ invuln save is more appealing than the 3+ invuln. So here we go. Looking for 5s and 6s. 4s to wound. Oh, triple 3. Oh, what regret.
Transhuman saved my bacon there.
It really did. Doesn't sound too much, but it's really helped with that roll coming through of triple 3 being rolled. So no damage coming through from the tank bus. A bit disappointing here with the Orks. The potentials to cause damage for sure, but the attacks being blocked very effectively. All right, still more firepower. Yeah, not much actually. A little bit more firepower to come, but most of it's been resolved now for the Orks. I'll fire 2 lots of big shooters into the Custodian Guard just inside there. 6s will be hits, so they've all missed. So I think all that we have left now is the Bonebreaker. Okay, so I'm going to offload all my shots into the Custodian Guard. So the kill cannon, 3 shots. In 5s. 6 is a hit, pops an extra shot, which hits as well. 3s to wound. 2 wounds come through. -2, so Tom will take...
-2. Take me to my 4+. Anyway, what's the damage on this?
Damage I think is 2 actually. You can take it on the Storm Shield. Yeah, here it comes.
It's 2 damage, I'll do both together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Great. Okay, so lesson learnt here. Storm Shields on your Custodes squads. Very, very useful. That's saved Tom's bacon a number of times here. So we'll go on to big shooters. There's actually 3 of them, so it's going to be 9 shots. 5s and 6s. And that 6 pops an extra shot, which misses, and then 4s to wound. Nothing. 0. Okay, so I think shooting is now completely resolved. The potential's there for the Orks, but they have struggled here to bypass the armour of this heavy infantry. Shooting phase is finished. Turn is finished for the Orks. Our secondaries then, we've got no line breaker here. Can't score primaries on turn 1. Our units remain alive, so that's fine. And then assassinate nowhere near that as well. So no points picked up here. Orks manoeuvring, but still a long, long way to go in this fight. We'll hand over now to turn 1 to the Custodes. We'll see what they do. There's a wall of orkiness heading towards them. And we'll see what Tom decides to do with his force. Alright, so movement done for Custodes. They have gone aggressive here, as fast as their little legs can carry them across the battlefield here. 1 biker heading forwards. He's able to charge, potentially, through here. I reckon about an 8-inch charge, perhaps to reach Zog. And then Custodian Guard going past, advanced, have gone past the objective up to here. The banners advanced. He's now around here. The Wardens have pushed forwards. 2 characters, Alea and Valerian.
Yeah.
Both
advanced.
Sagittarian Guard in position ready to shoot, and then the other unit of Custodian Guard on the left-hand flank, claiming that objective. So you're now in control 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so both of us 3 each here at this stage. So Orks have chosen to slow down with their move, and then Tom's movement here pushing forwards, but still the 2 armies are some distance apart here. Chance to see some firepower now from the Custodes. No psychers here.
No psychers.
No. All right, so straight on to shooting. Hang on a second. I see a stratagem here. What is this? Victor of the Blood Games. You can reroll one hit roll, wound roll, or save throw for that model in each turn. Okay, nice.
That's a nice one to have a free reroll on a 3+ invuln.
I see. No, brilliant. Okay, there's some great stratagems for the Custodes as that one is in play. So you play that at the...
You play that before the game, so that's the one that was...
so you're keeping the card there to remind you. Yeah,
just to remind me, because I always forget.
Don't want to forget. Exactly right, okay.
So just to confirm, this dude is on a trike.
Yes.
Which is a vehicle.
Yes.
So I will shoot him with the...
Oh, no, maybe not, because he's a character.
What's his wounds tally?
Less than the amount,
9.
yes, he's a 9.
Okay. Well, then I will fire into... I'm not going to waste it on this because this is toughness 8, isn't it?
Yes.
What's the toughness on this?
Toughness 6 on that one.
I'll go for that.
Okay.
So hitting on 2s. Hits.
Yep.
And then wounding on 3s. Wounds.
Okay, so those symbols are 6s, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
-4.
Right, I've picked up a dice for no reason.
And D6. 5 times.
5, okay, respectable enough. And then I'm going to roll for Ramshackle. These things are so badly put together because it's an old Imperial Fist vehicle.
So badly put together that they're well put together. That's how it works.
Yeah. So I'm trying to score a 1. Oh, close. Okay, so a full 5 damage. Yes, so Death Killer War Trike is 8 wounds. So he is protected, that's fine. So there's more firepower going to be directed against this truck with the tank busters inside. From
for the 5 Wardens into him, just single shots because it's 24 inches.
2s.
2s to hit. Re-rolling 1s for Valerian as well.
Okay, one of those dice can be re-rolled.
And then we are needing 5s, which will be 2.
2, okay.
-1.
Right, I'll take 5 pluses.
4 damage.
Oh no. Come on, reroll. Oh dear. This is tough. I'm keeping the camera rolling here. This is a tough choice. I'd like to try and keep the wounds up on this vehicle.
How many wounds do they start with?
10.
Ooh, so down to 1.
Yeah. So come on, reroll. God, this doesn't seem right to do it. No, it was a waste. One wound. 1 wound left. It's got my tank busters inside. I'd rather keep them protected, but this transport's almost gone. Alright, so these Custodian Guard here.
Yeah.
Yes, so they're going to shoot into the mech gun. It's the one that's tucked in the terrain. So it'll be -1 to the hit rolls with the 3 spears.
One of them's got a sword, so they can't shoot out of range. So 3 spears. All hit. And your toughness?
5.
So 5s. Just 1. So -1.
So we'll take a 5+ invuln save for the custom force field. Holds. Okay, the shield holds. Okay, so Sagittarium Guard on top of the building. You can see them there in the top left-hand corner of the picture. So they're going to split their firepower between these 2.
Yeah.
2 of them into here and 2 into here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just start with the Imperial Fist.
Aye, because you could explode it, make it easier to destroy that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So hitting on 2s. Re-rolling 1s for Valerian. And wounded on 4s because I'm strength 5. 2. Oh dear.
Ooh, toughness 6, I think, on this one.
Ooh. 1 then. 4.
AP minus.
1.
5+ again. Come on.
Yes.
Oh, no.
That was lucky.
Just don't explode.
Explode.
Oh boy, close. Okay. Alright, so vehicle destroyed. We need to roll up for the contents to see if any models are slain. None. Alright, so they emerge victorious. Well, not victorious, but alive. Alright, so that's the position of those. Disembarking, model removed from play, and now the shot's going into the gun.
All hit.
Toughness 5 this time.
4s.
It's 3.
3. -1.
-1. 6 ups. No. 3 wounds caused. Okay, that's quite significant because he's away from the mech, so those wounds can't be restored. So it's not good news for that gun. Any other shooting across the board?
No.
No. All right, so we're going to go. The game is moving along quite quickly here. Turn 1 charges now, which it looks like there will be. This is quite a common occurrence now. Well, pretty much every game in 9th edition there's a turn 1 charge somewhere. So
reduced table size is good.
Yeah.
I'm going to declare both of these, I think.
Yeah. Now this guy.
I know his roller's not
Yes.
nice, is it?
Mm-hmm.
How many attacks is a roller?
It comes with 6 attacks as standard. I think if I charge, I get an extra d6. I'll check the rolls here just to make sure that Tom knows.
I hit you, then you hit me.
Yeah. But I'll check to make sure Tom knows what he's getting into here, because this is the rolling pin of doom. Okay, he's going to do it. You've positioned yourself to do it, so here it comes. It's going to charge both.
Well, I need to, look, my charges are never good. Not even when I use them. So we'll see.
Okay.
9 of
That's
it.
a 9. That'll do. In he goes. Good. All right, so we've got ourselves a fight here. Charging into, surely, a guaranteed kill here. It's a suicide charge here, but he's going to go ahead. The Golden General charges in. Gut Ripper usually is starting to gets engaged turns 2, 3, 4, but it's turn 1 here. And Gut Ripper, you've almost reached him. He's inside. Shuttle bus protected for now. All right, so Tom will fight first. So all the attacks are going to go into Zog. Remember, I've got 5 points hanging on him towards the end of the game. It's worth taking him out, and Tom will not want that Death Killer War Track to fight back against him, so it's worth just trying to take Zog out and then just take the hits from the Bone Breaker. So the reason for charging this is to try and tie it up to stop the advance off in this direction.
Just to slow it down a bit.
It'll stop me from having free reign to charge and push around in this direction, so that's the idea here. So my entire elite bunch of stuff is being stopped by one guy on a jet bike here, potentially. But we'll see what Tom rolls up. 5 attacks, 6 is pop extra attacks.
6 pops an extra for Orsian Annihilator, and then I reroll ones for myself. Okay.
That pops an auto hit.
Yep.
Right, okay, yep.
Scores an additional hit.
And I know you're rerolling wounds with that weapon.
Yeah, so I'm on 3s. Rerolling, luckily.
What a recovery. Okay, 5 make it through.
So -3.
Can't stop it.
And then it's
You've got him, surely.
2, 4,
6,
8.
8. Who do we appreciate? Okay, so
9 damage.
Zog is gone. That is the end of him. My favourite model, but for the Orks and from Forge World, but he is... Oh no, sorry. He's my favourite model. Gut Ripper. But from Forge World, my favourite Forge World model is Zog, but he's been removed from play. Okay, devastating stuff. We've lost that character. So really, it's a case of fighting back here. So 6 attacks with the Bone Breaker. In 2s. And in 3s to wound, strength 8. Okay, 3 wounds make it through. We'll leave it at that. Tom will take invuln saves. Failing
So what I'm
2.
going to do is I'm going to use my
Once per turn.
to reroll 1. Oh, that's not good.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a
Come on, reroll.
CP to reroll the other.
Yep.
So he only takes the 2.
2
So
damage.
he's down to 7.
Yes, this has worked out really well here for the Custodes. Tom has crossed over the halfway point of the table. So engage in all fronts has been picked up here. Table quarters, so good move there. 2 points picked up as well for destroying a vehicle. So with 10 wounds or less. 4 bring it down. So points been picked up. It's been a pretty good turn. 1 from the Custodes. But having said that, this jet bike is now in amongst the Orks, and surely he'll be set upon by multiple Ork units. We'll see what happens. Turn 1, a fair bit has happened, but there's a long way to go here in this fight. We'll go on to turn 2, coming up next for the Orks.
Zero.
So we're looking up points here. This is turn 2, about to start with the Orks.
9.
9. Yeah, Tom picked up a further 3 points for grinding them down.
Yep.
Which is destroying more units than the enemy. So nice, 9-0 the score at this point. So we're going to go into Ork. We're on Ork turn 2. Points picked up is 10. Now for primary starting to kick in, we control 3. Tom controls 3, so don't get the extra 5 points for controlling more than the opponent. So 10 points picked up for the Orks. We'll see if we can try and score some more points as we go into turn 2 now for the Orks. So we'll get on with our movement now. Okay, so turn 2. Movement for the Orks here. Trying to up the damage here against Custodes. We've killed one model so far. We'll try and improve that this turn. And we'd better, because otherwise the Custodes are going to punish the Orks here. So we've remained in close combat here with the Bonebreaker. We've disembarked with Gut Ripper, the Mega Knobs, and Gut Stitcher. But instead of going after the biker, we're going to go forwards in this direction. We haven't advanced any of these, just a disembarkation and then a move made by these units. We're going to go after this squad of Custodes just here. So remaining in close combat, I reckon we'll do okay. Hopefully we'll do all right with the Bonebreaker. A bit of psychic support coming through. Innards, the weird boy Warphead has disembarked. The guns moved further onto the objective. The truck, we disembarked the boys. They've advanced and gone over there to hold that objective. Deathcopters readjusted just to protect the back door. And then the tank busters, we've shifted the truck across. The tank busters have got inside to try and protect them, at least for another turn. And then there's been some movement across the other side of the board. So, again, Deathcopter at the back, just watching the back door for now. Tank busters, they were over here. They've shifted around 12, getting ready to shoot down in this direction. 2 trucks have pushed forwards to here, just snaking around in this direction. 2 guns have pushed forwards. The mech Napoleon Git Smasher's pushed around with them and restored the wound that was on one of these guns. And then holding position here with that mech gun just there. Let's move for the Orks. Again, it's not too reckless with their movement here, but starting to try and weave their way through the battle lines here of the Adeptus Custodes. We have a psychic phase now. We'll go on to that for the Orks on turn 2. Alright, so psychic phase then. Quite straightforward. I'm going to go for smite here against this shield captain. Ooh, we've rolled a 9. I don't think that can be improved with wire energy. We'll just double check. Yeah, so there's not enough models here for any kind of bonus. So it's a straight 9 here. So Tom maybe has some kind of shenanigans to try and deny the witch, maybe. There's one more power available.
I've got 1 CP as a 4-up switch off, basically.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to decide what I think I need my CP. So I just
yes, Tom has 5 left. The Orks have 5 as well.
Yeah, I just have to let it go.
He's going to take the damage. You get Custodes get 6 up, feel no pain anyway, didn't they? Yeah, okay. So here comes the damage. I knew it would be that. It's just 1 mortal wound.
Is it? Yes, it is.
Okay. Oh, another wound stacked up here. Plenty of wounds still remain on the shield captain here. So using the old wound markers from a game called Battle Masters from a generation ago. Okay, so the next power will Warpath, I think. Yeah, so go for Warpath. Thankfully, it's range 18, so try and put it onto the Mega Knobs. Needing a 7, and we get an 8, so that is going to go off. It's going to be +1 attack to that unit. Alright, so Psychic Phase is finished. It's now not too bad for the Weird Boy Warphead, just doing his job. We'll go on to shooting phase now for the Orks, hoping for a better round of firepower here on turn 2. So we'll do this one here. May as well fire into close combat with all the weapons. So -1 to the hit rolls. This is a heavy weapon. So D6 shots. 6. Needing 6s. None. Shooters. Big shooters are no minus to hit rolls. Needing 5s. 2. 3. And 2 extra shots for the 6s. For Daka. Nope. And 5s to wound. A wound comes through. So a simple 2-up save required. Passed. We go for a shooter from Gut Ripper. Nope. Custom shooters, which will be 12 shots into the squad that's just in front of them. Not expecting to do anything very much. Wow. That's just a hit though. So 4 extra shots. 2 more hits, not bad. And 5s to wound though, toughness 5, so 2. No minus. And a wound sneaks through. 1 wound caused. A stick bomb. Pull the pin, and 2 shots. No hits, that's from Gut Stitcher. So that's all of that firepower done. 1 wound caused. So we'll go for this mech gun here against the Wardens. Firing through. So 3 shots. Needing 4s. 2 hits, pops an extra shot, which hits as well. No mortal wounds. 3s to wound. Plain whole facing, both in mutual agreement. A wound comes through. I could try and no, we'll let it go. So 1 wound caused and passed. That is 4+ invuln save being passed. So well done. Tank busters into them as well. 8 shots. In 5s. This is quite a crucial roll here, and it's not very good. I do miss the re-rolls. Pop an extra shot though, which does hit. Oh, not getting it here. It's not coming through. -3. 4 up invuln save. Passed again. Dice rolling's going well here for Tom. Big shooter at them. Let's just fire that, I remember, and that's missed. And that's the firepower done on this flank. So not very good at all here. Maybe combat will fare better here for the Orks. So we'll go around to the other side of the table. Plenty of firepower available for the Orks on their other flank. All right, tank busters. Horrific. See, if they were vehicles, you're on. Oh, okay. It'd still be horrific. Okay, right. Carry on. 3s to wound. Oh, please. Tough. Usually it's 2s to wound infantry, but that toughness 5 really helping out as well.
The Orks are getting grumpy because they're stuck inside vehicles when they should be.
They are. You can imagine the smell.
Yeah.
Okay, but I know they wouldn't care about the smell anyway. So firing through here with the mech gun. Oh, 1 shot. Hits though. And an extra shot, which doesn't hit. 3s to wound. No. Oh, please. Right. Running out of options. 2 mech guns. We've checked their line of sight. 1 can see through to this squad, and then the others are going to fire at the Sagittarian Guard. So fire at the Sagittarian Guard first of all, which is this one here. 4 shots. So I'm relying on these grots, and 1 hit comes through. Mortal wound caused on him as well.
2 more, wasn't it?
No, it's only 1 per round of shooting. Right. So 2 hits. It's completely cocked dice. And 2 wounds come through.
On the Sagittarian?
Yeah.
How many damage?
D6 this is.
D6. So first one passes.
Passes.
One fails.
Makes it through. Got him. Alright, so 1 model slain. Finally. We're killing 1 model a turn. It's going well for the Orks. The next gun firing through here. Come on, boys. 4s. 2 6s. Nice.
Oh, they mean business.
There's high 5s and a lot of backslapping going on here, but the wounds, yes. And come on, reroll this one. Come on, lads. Oh, no. Okay, so 3 make it through.
Storm shield.
Storm shield, here it comes. Got him.
So you need to roll up.
Come on, reroll.
Oh,
why did I say that? I've reminded him.
I don't particularly. I've only got 5 CP.
Tough choice.
It is a tough choice.
It's worth it to save the shield guy.
I'll do exactly what you've been doing all game and roll a 1 or a 2 again.
Oh, it's gone off the table. It's gone off the table again. Oh, passed. Oh. 2 more to go. Yeah.
First one, yeah.
Next one. Passed. Oh, failed.
So D6.
Oh!
Still alive.
Alright, big shooters. This one. A hit. Trying to pick off that last wound. No wound. The next truck. A hit. A wound. Don't roll a 1. Passed. And then big shooter from here. 2 hits. Another hit. 3 wounds. This is it. We could do it.
You don't.
No, we don't. Okay. And running out of options. I actually have run out of options. There's no more firepower to go. Right, we give up with shooting. We're just going to charge. Close combat then, potentially. We're going to charges next for the Orks on 10-2. Okay, so charges taking place. We rolled so high for the Megadobs, rolled an 11-inch charge. We swung them around behind and formed a screen to let Gut Ripper do his business here, dispatching these whilst creating some kind of shield. Gut Stitchers swung across as well. So that is the situation for our close combat. Aware that Tom can interrupt play. Well, he may do. We'll see what he decides to do. But we'll go on to combat resolution now. Remember that Warpath is with the Meganobs. Alright, so we'll fight with the Meganobs. I think we must fight with them first. Warpath's given them an extra attack. So from 3 attacks up to 4. And then the 2 kill swords get an extra attack anyway, and then the extra attack on the charge of Warpath as well. So 5 attacks with kill sword Carl. Tom's then played Transhuman Physiology.
Or the Custodes equivalent. I can't remember.
Sorry, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. So because we would be on 2s to win, we're strength 10 with the Mega Knobs charging in. So we'll go for these attacks. Needing 4s, it's -1 to the hit rolls. This is with the Power Claws. We've also played a stratagem here, paying 1 command point for Hit 'em Harder, which is +1 damage.
Nice.
It's not too bad. We're Goths, so those 2 6s will pop extra attacks. Yes, which hit. Okay, right, so instead of 2s to win, it's 4s. That's made a big difference. Look, it would have been 5, but it's only 2 make it through. Tom has to take the wounds on the damaged model, which is the one with the 4 up in one save. So do this 1.
Nope, fails instantly. How many damage is it?
That's going to be D3 +1 damage, so he's going to die.
Yeah, I'll take
Unless Tom command rerolls.
No.
No.
I'll just let him die.
So he's gone. In there.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take that wound off.
And then 3. Then I will take.
Yes, there is a 3+ in one save available here.
I'll take
on
the next
one of the models.
On the 4 up.
The 4 up. Okay, here comes the 4 up.
Yep.
Fast. Okay. Right. So next, 5 attacks with Kyle. No, just the 1, and no wound.
Poor Kyle.
I'll leave it at that, and we have managed to slay another single model. It's not doing too well here. So the question is, does Tom want to interrupt play? He has 2 command points remaining here. All right, so just explain that again. Tom's interrupting play. It's only going to cost him 1 command point because it's on an objective.
Yep.
Then you're going to spend...
Then I'm going to spend 1 CP for Avenge the Fallen to give them +1 attack each for the guy that died.
Uh-huh.
And then the banner gives them +1 attack each as well.
Nice.
So they're on +2 attacks each plus their base.
It's a golden...
5 attacks each, 15 attacks.
15 attacks. It's a golden bubble here that Tom has managed to construct. The Orcs have waded in here against 1 unit and struggling, and look at all the other Custodes units that are available here. So I think Gut Ripper and his lads have emerged too early here, but we'll see what kind of damage Tom can do. We're 2 up armor, say 3 wounds to try and get through. There's a 6+ feel no pain as well from Gut Stitcher, but a chance for Tom to try and do some damage. He would have liked to gone into the characters, but kind of locked down by the models he's already in base contact with. So that's the party move done.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 attacks base and then plus the 2 each. So.
Okay. Okay.
Hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s for Valerian.
Yep.
Toughness.
5.
Strength 6.
Yeah, no, correction. The toughness 4. They're strength 5, but toughness 4 with the Mega Knobs.
3s.
Okay. 3s to win.
4, 6, 8, 9.
The AP minus.
AP -3.
Oh. This is going to hurt. So 9.
Yep.
Needing some 5 ups. If ever I've needed them, it's now.
You got a few. 4?
Yeah, I can't complain. I got 4. So we need to work this out here because there's a bit of feel no pain stuff going on here with Gut Stitcher. So the first one.
First one is 1 dead dude.
Yeah, 3 damage.
No pain.
So 6s.
So 1 dead.
No, model slain. So just take those dice where there's 4 to go. We'll take this one. Like so. Next one.
Another 6.
Another 1 dead. Okay, so we'll go try and save him. No, oh, come on, Gut Stitcher, do your job.
Another
Next one.
6. What is going on?
Just the dice. Yeah, we got a 6.
So
all right, so this guy's
to roll the damage too on this one for 2 damage. So,
double 6 to stay alive. No, so that's that model slain.
and then last one.
Last one.
4.
Damage 2.
2 damage.
So Carl's going to survive, and a bit of feel no pain. Oh boy, so Mega Knob's virtually wiped out. Just kill sword. Carl remains with 1 wound remaining. Devastating stuff here. Mega Knobs with their clunky armour here, but they have been I taught a lesson here by the Custodes here. Great interrupt play, well played from the Custodian Guard. Solid as a rock. So that was my super tough unit. That's the toughest we got for infantry, and we've been slaughtered. So we'll pile in with these boys and press on with the other units that have charged. Alright, so Gut Ripper, we've tucked him in. 4 attack space, but he is the biggest boss, so he gets an extra attack. 2s for hits. Reroll that one. 6 pops, an extra attack. Hits. 2s for wounds. We're fighting at strength. Yes, because of transhuman, whatever the golden equivalent is of that. Rerolling our wounds. 4 have made it through. Good for you, Gut Ripper. Good for you. It's damage 4.
Well, the 4 up and bun guy first. I've got to take it on.
Okay.
So
Ripper. Yes. Everyone join in. Chant, everybody.
And then how many got through? 4.
Yes, so 1. 3 to go.
That's the first one.
It's got to go on the shield now, surely.
Yeah, go for the shield.
Come on, you survived that one.
Oh,
not that one.
Not that one. No, he's dead.
Oh, and a 4 up. Come on, Ripper.
Yes.
Oh, he holds.
1 left.
Oh, boy. All right, so shield gone. All right, so we've consolidated. We've pushed Gut Ripper in, but I don't think we're going to spend the last of my 3 command points on Get Stuck In Lads just to fight again with the Ripper. He's so tempting to, just to get the wipe out for pride's sake, but we must resist. Gut Ripper's done okay. The problem is Gut Stitcher now will not be able to make it in on a piling move, so that stops, the combats stop here, and it would actually be Tom fighting now against the Bonebreaker Battle Wagon. So let's see if this thing can resist this spear.
I need 5 to wound. So I get 2.
Yes, it's non-rerollable because you haven't charged.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
-3.
5 up, pass 1, D3 damage. And it's 2 wounds caused, down to 14. All right, so we'll fight back here. 14 wounds remaining, so we'll go for our 6 attacks. It's 2s for hits actually, so it looks bad, but it's not too bad. 6 pops, an extra attack, which hits as well. 3s to wound. Oh god, dice letting us down here this game. Okay, so 2 make it through. Invuln saves now. Failed.
I used my
Uses, yeah, okay, got it. Makes it through, and then simply a 3+. It's gone off the board.
There we go.
Passed. Oh, okay, so almost cancelling each other out. It's going to be a long grinding process if these 2 remain in close combat against each other. Okay, so combat's resolved. Orcs struggling to dent the golden armour here of the Custodes. We'll get a score for points here. Points have been scored, though, by the Orcs as they try and increase their tally.
Your other ones afterwards.
Right, yes. So no assassinate picked up. Linebreaker, we are just short of picking up 4 points for that, which is a shame. And then the other one was for...
keeping your dudes alive at the end of the game.
Yes. Okay, so we've so far lost Dog, so that's 5 points denied. Still a potential of 10 if we can keep this one alive. And the Ripper. Okay, so just really our primary objectives have been picked up here for the Orcs, and that's it. So they're trailing... Well, we will be trailing behind the Custodes once we move on to Tom's turn 2. So Orcs trying their best here, but the armour holding here for the Adeptus Custodes. Very, very resilient army indeed. Combined with decent dice rolling, the Orcs have failed to make much of an impact. 5 models slain, but against Custodes, 5 models isn't too bad going. But Orcs need to up the grind here against this Imperial force. We'll now hand over to Tom and his Custodes army. Got a feeling that Gut Ripper's going to be in trouble, even though he can never die. And then plus there is the reserves to arrive somewhere on the table. The Lions of the Emperor will strike. We'll go on to turn 2 now for Custodes. so wrong movement here for Tom. Points picked up. Were you controlling? This is the question.
Yeah, because he's objective secured.
Troops, got it. Okay, yes. So Tom's still...
My whole army is objective secured.
Of course, yes. No, brilliant. Okay, so 3 objectives held, so still 10 points picked up, quite crucially here for the Custodes. So helping them out there, and Tom's looking to add to his points tally by scoring some secondaries as well, potentially in his turn. So I've had a word with Tom here. Custodes not represented in our league, so what we've decided to do, both mutually in agreement, totally happy with this will be a league game. So we're going to enter the Custodes into the league. It may well be too late for them. The league's at a later stage, and hopefully soon we'll be starting to play at the knockout stage, the exciting part of the season, as the armies that have made it through to the top of the league, then it's like a random draw. They'll play off against each other, knockout stage all the way through to the final, and hopefully around the end of the sort of Christmas kind of time we hope to play the season final. So Custodes are in. If they are going to make it through to knockout stage, they need to play 3 games. We'll see if we can do it, possibly. So this will count as 1 game, and then we may see Tom's Custodes appear in 2 more games if they get those games played, and if they perform well enough, they could make it through to the knockout stage of the season. It'd be great to see the Custodes represented in our Season 8 battle reports. So again, if you want to follow the league, check out the Plus channel with the league tab. That will show you all the results of the games, including this one. You can check out Tom's other armies as well. Red Scorpions, Primaris Marines he runs at the moment, and of course the Khorne Demons as well have been entered into the league. Also, that we're doing with the battle reports for our league, half of them roughly are on YouTube, and the other half of the games are over on the Plus channel. You can watch battle reports on the Striking Scorpion 82 Plus website. Right, so there's a manoeuvre taking place here. So Trajan's been brought down first. He's just over there. He then counts as being on the battlefield. Yep. So then your teleport homer's been activated. It's costing 0 command points to bring these on, which can land within 6 of the banner and 3 inches away from the enemy.
Away from enemies, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've changed my mind about the league. You're not allowed. You're banned. Okay. No, they're in. So landing in the heart of the Ork advance. The idea was to steamroll around this flank, but the Custodes have...
I did tell you, it's a trap.
You did, and I didn't listen. Okay, fair enough. So, any other movement here?
I think that is...
So characters have swung round. Pulled out a close combat with this lone Custodian Guard. The Wardens have moved through. The banners pushed through in this direction. Sagittarian Guard have moved along on top of the roof. And then lining up behind the barricade here with the 4 Custodian Guard on that side to try and block the Orks from getting onto that objective. So good play from the Custodes, looking very, very strong here. The Orks simply have not caused enough damage, and now our elite units look set to be destroyed. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Fits the fluff. Late into the league, late to save the day, the last army to be sent in by the Imperium. It is exciting to have Custodes, and they're a pretty good army at the moment for 9th edition, so it'll be good to have them joining in the fun. So speaking of fun, it's your shooting phase.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire all of their bolters into your...
No, yes, my characters aren't protected now. Yeah, okay, so Gut Stitcher is going to be the first to be brought down.
So it's rapid fire. So what I'm going to do is 2, 4...
Right, so the shots have been allocated, so 8 bolter shots going into Gut Stitcher.
Yeah, so four of these guys are firing into him, and then the one guy here is firing into...
Carl. Yeah.
So, re-rolling ones. No, they're out of range of that. And toughness. 4?
Yep.
4s. So that is 4 and -1.
I was going to ask to use your dice, but we won't. We'll just... Bad workman always blames his tools, so we'll stick with these dice and try and roll AP minus...
AP -1.
All right, okay. I don't think I get anything, actually. 8 damage. It's no problem. Yeah, dead.
It's a problem.
Okay. So... Oh, no, he comes off as well. Okay, so destroyed.
So then the last guy into here, the bolters. 2 hits.
2 hits.
4s.
Toughness 4.
Nothing.
No wounds, okay.
Then the grenade launcher for 2. 1 hit. Nothing.
Oh, wait. All right. So Carl remains alive.
So Valerian into the knob.
Picking on Carl. 1 wound comes through.
-1.
-1. So take a 3-up save. Come on. Yes, passed. Okay.
And then I'm going to. How many? 7 wounds. This guy.
This guy. Gut Ripper.
Gut Ripper. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 spears from the wardens into him, and then I'm going to put 3 spears into Gut Ripper. So, alright. Rerolling 1s because of Trajan. So that's 2 into Gut Ripper. Into the
Carl, AP -1. 3 ups. Oh, yeah.
damage.
Is it worth trying to keep him alive? I don't suppose so. Using up command points, no. So Carl can go. Gut Ripper is now very much alone. That warpath can disappear as well.
Rerolling the 1s. And then toughness.
On the Ripper, it is toughness 6.
Toughness 6.
Yeah.
Tasty. So that's 1.
1.
-1.
And -1. Take a 4-up in 1 save for the biggest boss. No. Is 2 damage.
Yep.
Come on, reroll. Try and keep him alive. Yeah, I don't want him dying from shooting. I'd rather you have to charge in. We'll use it. 4-up in 1. Passed. Alright, that's the command reroll. I've got 2 command points left. So we've managed to preserve Gut Ripper's life so far. Yeah, apologies. It's toughness 5, but it hasn't affected the dice roll, so we're all good here at the moment.
Trajan is going to shoot him as well. 2 hits. And 1 wound.
Okay. If I ever get a stat wrong, it's always going to be higher than it should be for Gut Ripper. So what have we got here?
-1 again.
Come on, yes, holds again.
Okay, so what have we got left? Sagittarium and the.
You're going to have to charge him.
Guard at the back. Oh no, Valerian will kill him. Valerian and Alea, I can see it.
Oh, nice, a tag team. Okay, bit of golden cheese here. So this squad apparently can fire at 2 different targets with different weapons profiles, as long as they're in range of.
If I can't, YouTube will soon tell me.
Yes.
But yeah, so they're going to fire their short range weapons into this. It's -1.
This.
into this thing here in front of us. This abomination, and then the heavy bolter weapons into
it. Yeah. It fits the fluff. They wouldn't even bother with the name of it's just Orc filth, isn't it?
Pointed it. And,
yeah.
So I'll start with the bolt guns.
This is against the mech gun.
Yeah. Toughness is 5.
5, yeah.
So
you're going to get it.
2, 4, 6, 7. -1.
It's going to die. It's dead. It doesn't explode. I don't think it explodes. I'll just roll up anyway. No, it's gone. Gun destroyed. That's a good result.
So
yeah, lone guns removed. Good result. And 2 points picked up for secondaries.
3 shots, but I'm hitting on 3s.
Oh, Ripper's been hit 3 times.
And I have absolutely no idea the strength, so I'll have to double check that. Toughness 5, so 4s.
Right.
Nothing. So it wasn't meant to be.
No, it wasn't meant to be. As always with the Ripper, you can't kill him. So close combat is where you're going to have to. Unless you just stand there and not charging. We'll see. Okay, so firepower. Trajan maybe got a bit of firepower of him.
Just the shoes at the back. Trajan's already shot.
Okay. So now it's the Custodian Guard with their firepower, their spears, and 1 sword as well to shoot. Yeah, it's going against the truck. There's 2 trucks over there. It's going to be the back one. It's 2 fits. They're isolated over on that flank, but they're holding.
1.
Is there any? It's gone through.
-1, 2 damage.
2 damage taken. Okay. Unless you roll a 1 for Ramshackle. Yep, it's a piece of junk. 1 wound. That's what it's going to take to get rid of the Ripper. 3 squads having to go in against him. Okay.
Alaris Terminator.
Alaris Terminator, surely, yeah. 5, they'll make it. No, they'll be okay. But a chance here to completely destroy the Ork attack on this Ork flank here. So the threat potentially will be neutralised here very quickly. This is significant stuff taking place. The Ork flank's going to be smashed. We've got hardly anything left. Our gun's gone. Just a lone unit of tank busters and a weird boy left here. Surely Gut Ripper will be slain. Finds himself in a real nasty situation. But Ork's looking stronger on the other flank.
They're going to this front.
He's going to charge. And the charge of a 5 will go ahead. Interesting. Yeah, it's tactical play. Tom's trying to stop us from getting line breaker, which is worth 4 points a turn, so it completely makes sense to do that. Right, so loads of charges here. Orks could interrupt play, maybe. So Tom will choose wisely with his first combat. Right, so partly for fluff reasons, Tom's...
Fully for fluff reasons.
Is it?
I should not be attacking with him first.
Okay.
I don't think, personally. I should put everything into him and try and kill him in one go.
Yes.
But Valerian is Valerian, and he should have first dibs.
I thought it was ladies first.
Well, she's quite good as well, but...
Valerian first then. Okay, so here we go.
Rerolling. So
Gets his hits, of course, as expected.
Three.
Hold it right there.
No, turn and face. Turn and face.
Yeah, he wouldn't hit strike from the back, would he?
No.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh dear. That's not gonna... I'm going to spend... once again, this is just silly really, but I'm going to spend my CP to try and get another one, and I do. On a 6.
Okay, and the question is, what damage is this?
D3.
It's the potential to kill him.
The
We're checking range.
other thing is I should have an extra attack.
Yeah, go ahead, do that now. Fine.
So hits and wounds.
No,
And
4.
the Imperious Banner.
Yes, that's coming useful this game. So we're looking for 4+ invuln saves, usually with the Ripper rolling one at a time. First one. Ripper, passed. Failed. Passed. We're going to live.
Try and kill him.
2d3 damage. We'll leave it at that because I'm going to die. So there's no point spending up there. 2 ones. Okay, so I'm going to interrupt play. I paid the last 2 command points, but I'll get another one back next turn. So we've got a harebrained idea of Gut Ripper. He's tactically, I should try and take out characters, but I'm going to try and play survival. There's a chance, there's a Kroot's Whisker that I could survive here. So I'm going to turn and fight against the Wardens. The idea is to wipe out the squad. 5 attacks. So 5 6s, that would be really good. Well, there's 2.
2 6s will do.
Not too bad at all. So all the attacks are going into the Wardens. I'm going to reroll that one because I reroll my hit rolls. Right, so the Ripper's got... so this is good. So now we're looking to try and cause wounds. You don't have transhuman, so I'm going to go for 2s to wound them. 3 damage. And AP minus loads. So it's invuln saves. 7 invuln saves here. Come on, Ripper. Oh, this is epic.
3 damage.
Yes.
So then I can just roll them all at the same time. So they've only got 3 wounds each.
Yes. What about a 6 off feel no pain?
Oh yeah, they get 6 up.
We'll do them one at a time.
Okay. So first one is dead. Oh, it's dead. So it's the guy at the back that's got.
We do get it. For brutal but cunning, so we get +1. It's +1 damage. It's damage 4.
Doesn't make any difference though, does it?
For your 6 feel no pains, it will help.
Oh, do I still?
So 4 dice 6s.
6, 7. Okay, so 4 dice 6s.
Yeah, this is on the guy that's already taken a wound.
No.
No, so he's gone. Yeah. So the relic weapon here, brutal but cunning, +1 damage if I was charged before heroic intervention, which is this case here. So on to the next Warden. There's 6 to go.
Saved.
Passed that one. Failed that one. My dream could come true here. 6+ feel no pains.
Another one.
No.
Another one, baby. Next one. Passed.
Blast.
Next one. Passed. Next one. Passed.
No, stop.
Next one. Passed.
No.
And your last one. Passed.
Ah, blast.
The dream does not come.
Dream shattered. Not too bad. The valiant attempt from the Ripper, but surely he's a dead boss. Right, so again, fluffiness. Alea's going to fight here.
Climbing on the back, stabbing the sword down into him. Come on. Hits on 2s. Hits all of the time. Sadly, she is strength 3, strength +1 for her sword, so strength 4, so she needs 5s. But that doesn't matter. Come on.
2. Damage?
D3.
It's enough to kill him.
-3 AP. The Somnus Blade.
Ah! Look at that. The Ripper's still alive.
Just threw her off against the crate.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll go with the Wardens.
It's the Wardens out. This is your last chance to bring the Ripper down.
So they're getting the +1 because of the
Eek.
banner. So these are the spears. Rerolling for Valerian.
One's dropped out.
So that is
5.
Yep, 5.
5 wounds, right. Come on, Ripper. Oh, no. Past that one. Past that one. No. I need this one. Come on. Got it. 2d3 damage.
So that's 4 so far.
So far?
Yep, I've still got my axe to go.
1 wound left.
All hit. So this is strength 8.
3's to wound.
2.
2 4-ups. First one is a 4-up. And of course, this one's going to be at 6.
Unbelievable.
Misericordias?
Oh yes, they actually got one.
Oh, why? I remember these things.
I think Valerian's got one as well. All hit. 2 wounds.
I've run out of... I can't do it. No, believe in yourself. Come on, Ripper. Got it. And this one is going to be a 6. Okay.
Do that?
I don't know. Oh, dear. Okay. Who needs CGI when you've got real life? Valerian's Misericordia.
Misericordia. So, he's got this. He hits. He
Misericordia?
Space strength 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm strength 5.
No.
Valerian, can he finish it after all?
You wanted fluff? You got fluff.
Yeah!
I do.
So, the whole thing is Valerian gives his Misericordia in the fluff to Alea.
Yes.
So, basically, Ripper throws Alea into the cabinets, right? Or into the crates. Alea then throws the Misericordia over to Valerian, and Valerian jumps,
Throws it. Oh no,
stabs
stabs.
it into the back of Ripper's head.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
And then,
Cinematic.
but as that blow comes down, Gut Ripper jumps over the top
And knocks her over.
and then jumps into the crate here to hide, and it's never be found till the end of the game. No, he survived here. He's out of the game, but Gut Ripper gives up with that fight. He is out of action. But an epic battle.
Oh,
you can't script this kind of stuff. But objective cleared. But it took the final attack and the final dice roll before the Ripper was removed. All right, so we've calmed down now. So it's the Alaris Terminators now, and they could really make a mess of the Bone Breaker here. So they'll all get to fight. Tom's moved them in, and they all have the axes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be useful. Okay.
In on 2s.
2s. Rerolling 1s for the shield captain, but there's no need for that. And then
Strength 8.
toughness 8, so 4s. I can see a lot have come through. Some have failed.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. -2.
-2, so that will take us down to 5-up save, 5-up invuln. Oh, wow. Okay.
What a game. Oh dear.
Oh, no. Gosh.
6, 7, 8 damage.
8 damage. Nasty stuff. Really did need that roll. So knocking us down to 6 damage, you say?
8.
8 damage. Right, so down to 6 wounds left. Yeah. All right, so
You get to pick now.
we get to pick, which is... no. Charges across the other side, yeah.
And here, with the spear, 2 hits. And nothing. What? Your toughness 6.
Toughness 6, yeah.
So nothing. And with the sword,
Sword.
3 hits. 1 wound.
-3,
Yeah.
so I can't stop it.
1 damage.
And it's a wound.
They've done their job there.
So in the scheme of things, I may as well just do those attacks over there. which has missed. That's sorted out. And then now we'll fight back. We'll just check our stat line here. We'll drop down to 6 wounds. We're definitely going to be in 1 damage bracket at least. Yeah, it's a bit random now. It's D6 attacks for this thing. Ah, yes, of course, 6. Still 2s to hit. And we'll go into... What's the invuln save on these guys? 4 up.
4 wounds each.
Yeah. I'll stick with the character. We'll go after him. So 2s. 6 pops an extra attack, which hits. We're strength 6 now. Toughness.
6.
4s to wound. I'll just see if the bone breaker or the death roller gives us extra strength. Yeah, it's +1 strength for the death roller, so it is 3s to wound. They've all wounded except 1. Nice. 5. Sorry, 4. Okay.
3s?
Yes.
Oh dear. So I use my free reroll.
Yes.
Oh dear.
That's not good.
That's
4
not
damage.
4 damage.
Yes, that's a total of 7 damage on him, and he's got 9 wounds, so he's actually got just 2 wounds left, but not slain, and he'll fight now. And he has the potential to destroy his vehicle if he rolls well. Rerolling his 1s, so the 5 hits come through. 5 wounds.
2.
Could do it. 5 up in invuln save. Pass 1, so he will survive.
3.
And we take 3. Nasty stuff. Okay, it's dropping down to 3 wounds left on the Bonebreaker. Shuttle bus, battle wagon. Okay, so combat's resolved. Here we'll check morales. No problem for us. No problem for Tom. The wardens are going to be fine. So we'll look up points now. Secondary points being scored. All right. So yeah, points being scored here. 3 vehicles destroyed so far. So that is 6 points for that, and then points scored for other secondaries. Total at the moment of 26 points to the Custodes and just 10 points to the Orks, just for those primaries being picked up. So Orks are lagging behind now. They've lost their elite units in the form of the Meganobs. Gut Ripper's dead, Gut Stitcher's dead, Zog's dead. So who's in charge? No way. There's no way the Weird Boy's in charge. So it's Napoleon's going to take over. So the Mech Gun commander will take over this force now and fight on, try and honour the name of Gut Ripper. The Orks, this game's slipping away from them, but we'll not give up yet. There's still plenty of firepower available for the Orks. So we'll go now on to turn 3, the middle stage of the game. All right, so movement done for the Orks here. Our attack's over, so we've backed off with the Bonebreaker. I rolled a 1, so Grotrekers didn't kick in, just still on 3 wounds. The Weird Boy's just tucked in here on the objective. The Tank Busters are going to sit on the objective. They've been joined by another unit of Tank Busters. They've got 2 options now, and they're going to start to engage with these Deathcopters now. They've finished their backdoor duty, so swung this one round to lend some firepower support as well. The boys happy to camp out on that objective, and then plenty of movement around the other side of the table. So Tom has very effectively stopped us from getting through. If I cross over here, which I can with the vehicles, but Trajan's nearby, I don't really want to go anywhere near him. So we've parked these up, they're just waiting. The Ork boys are disembarked and swung around, and then we're going to try and loosen these up with some firepower as well. This gun's pushed forwards, this one's tucked in to hold the objective. The Deathcopter's moved across on the objective. Napoleon Git Smasher's moved across and restored a wound here, and this gun here is held position. So movement done for the Orks. Much of their force is still on the table. It's really our most elite units that have died, and our real sort of close combat units that have gone. But most of the Ork firepower still remains, so they're not out of the fight yet, but out of position and desperately looking to cause more damage against the Custodes. We'll go on to shooting psychic phase next for the Orks on turn 3. So Smite, it's going to go through here against the Shield Captain. If it goes off, which it just about does, we've rolled a 7.
Oh, right. Because you're -1 to that.
Right, still goes off.
Still go off.
Yes.
You get -1 because Alea's within 18 inches.
Gotcha, okay.
He's got a null.
D3.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing I can do about this. So.
3 mortal wounds. No feel no pain on him or anything like that? No, he's gone.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, the feel no pain for being a custodian. And,
against mortal wounds?
Yeah. 6s. No, he's gone.
Gone, finally. Gone. Okay, so we'll leave it there for Psychic Phase. The other power's not really going to help any of these units out, so that's the end of the Psychic Phase. On to Shooting Phase next for the Orks. So we'll go this unit Tank Busters into this character to try and pick up more points. In 5s and 6s. Right now we start rolling well. Bit late to the party here. 2 extra shots, which both miss. 3s to wound at strength 9. 4 wounds come through against this banner. A bit of trouble for him.
So he's got the Eagle's Eye relic. So he's got
yes, a 3+, yeah.
So failed 3.
Don't laugh.
How
9.
many damage is it?
9.
9. Ouch. 2, 4, 6.
No, you've slain the Ripper.
No.
You've annoyed the Orks here.
That's not ideal, is it? And he's also got Superior Creation, so he's got a 5+ feel no pain.
I could see 2. He's dropping dice off the table. It's gone off the table again.
Okay.
5 wounds, he's going to be still alive. He's bound to be still alive. Oh. Superior Creation. Yeah, he truly is a superior creation. 1 wound left. We'll put a big shooter into him to try and finish him off. We get a hit. No wound. Do big shooter from this one. 2 hits and 2 extra shots. This could be it. Oh. Strength 5. God. Toughness 5.
That's 5, yeah.
3 saves required. Tom has no command points. Any ones here and there's trouble.
Oh,
There's the one. But you got the 5+ feel no pain. No, got him. Another character slain. Another 3 points, please, for the Orks. Copter rockets. A hit. No wound. Tank Busters, the other unit will... I think we have to go against these. They're too much of a threat. So just the 2 hits. Pops extra shots. Another 1 hits. 3s to wound. 3 wounds, though.
First one. Failed.
Failed.
So 3 damage.
Yep.
Yeah. Second one. So 1 guy's dead.
Okay.
And then pass.
Pass that one. Okay, we've picked one of these off. Right, so around to the other side of the table. There's a lot of firepower can come from these, actually. What we're going to do, though, is going to fire this gun. Going to try and take on the Sagittarium Guard just over there. So D6 shots. 6 shots. Come on, Grots.
That's happened an awful lot in this game.
5 hits, popping an extra shot. Which hits? I think that's possibly the most I've ever scored.
Yeah, they're angry.
5 wounds.
Wowzers.
-3. 4 up invuln saves, yeah.
So, first one. Failed.
Failed. Damage is 2. I want to get a kill here.
We've got 4 more left.
I know, but I want to get rid of them. I can't reroll it. 3.
Okay.
Model slain. Okay.
So 1 down.
So I'll take that one away. There's 4 to go.
Passed.
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 Passed. Oh. Good dice roll. Really has come to save the day.
Failed.
Got him. 3+. Yes, another model slain. Ouch. Orks have pretty much caused double the damage they've done compared to the other 2 turns combined. Right, Sluggers and Tank Buster bombs. We'll go for Sluggers first of all. So it's going to be, there's a shooter on the knob, and then 8 others. Yep, that'll leave 1 to throw the Tank Buster bomb. So 5s and 6s, an extra shot, which fails. 5s to wound, no wounds. Tank Buster bomb, 3 shots, 5s and 6s. 6 pops, an extra attack, which fails. 3s to wound, no wounds coming through. Then the other squad, so shooter, and then the other 8 shots for the Sluggers. So that's the hits. Really good roll. Extra shot, which fails. 5s to wound. 3 saves of 2+. Looking for a 1 here. No, all passed. And then the Tank Buster bomb. 1 shot, which hits and does wound. It's -2.
Failed.
Failed, and it's D6 damage. Just the 1. It's enough to slay a model. He's already on 2 wounds. A shooter here, or big shooter from the truck that didn't fall back out of close combat. 1 hit. Doesn't pop an extra hit and no wound, needing 4s. So that's all of that resolved. We've got the firepower across here next. So we'll go for this Deathcopter here. 1 hit, pops an extra shot, which hits. 3s to wound, 1 wound, -3. Shield or 4+.
What have you got left to shoot?
This mech gun.
One of them. And this gun you're shooting, is there any AP?
-3.
The one that's shooting me now?
-3 as well.
-3. I'll just take it on the 4+. Yep.
Passed, okay. Next, mech gun. D6 shots, 5 shots. Wow. 5s and 6s. Or 4+, sorry. Just the one and a mortal wound taken. 3s to wound. No wound comes through, so nothing from him. And this one, just going to check line of sight and range for this guy. Yeah, no line of sight for him, so I think that's firepower completely resolved. We're going to charges next. No Overwatch here, no command points remain for Tom, so we'll go on to charges next for the Orks. Right, so charges taking place, pretty obvious. Both these Ork boys squads have gone in. I wonder if we've got enough potential to bring these Custodes down with their 2-up armor save. There's big choppers in each of the squads for the knobs. So we'll go on to this combat, no interrupt play available, so we'll see if the Ork boys can do it. Right, so 27 attacks with this unit at the back. I'm happy to say that 6s pop extra attacks. So we've got a good few, just taking away the ones that have missed. Not too bad at all. And then there's an extra 7 attacks. Just needing 3s. That's just Goff's culture kicking in. 5s to wound though, this is the downside, but already 4 have made it through. And there's some more, and some more. So we're looking at 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Ripper. 10. 2+ though. It's just a case of how many 1s are going to be rolled here. Ooh, ouch, there's 3. So 1 Custodes.
It has to be the guy as a 4-up. Because I already started allocating to him.
Yep, okay. Next is the big chopper. Hits. They've all wounded, actually. Could be a little bit of trouble here. AP -1. So...
take it on the 4+.
Yes, 3-up.
1 failed.
1's made it through. Yes, 2 damage. So that's that squad resolved. The next squad will tuck them in. Here, just to make sure we get all the models in. They'll push in through the cover, so they're all going to get in. No problem. So I'll squeeze them all in here. They're in amongst the bush, and then those 2 will tuck in like that. So it's going to be 27 again. So chance for a breakthrough on this flank for the Orks. There's a dice that's completely cocked. So we're going to take away the ones that have failed. Similar kind of result to last time. 6s popping extra attacks. Another 6. Okay, so that's the situation there. 5s to wound. Not as many this time. Not as many. 3, 5, just 7. Could be enough to pick off this model though. 1. Yeah, that's enough to slay him. So bring him out here. So the massed attacks here of the Orks is making an impact. And then the knob is here. There he is. So we'll fight with him. This is quite an important role here. Oh, just as you need it. Someone wants to be a war boss. 2 extra attacks. 1 of them hits. 3s to wound, strength 7. They've all wounded. AP -1, 2 damage.
How many?
4 of them.
4. He's still alive.
Oh, past all of them. Okay, well done. That's the guy with the shield. Okay, so resolved, and Tom's free to fight back.
Yeah, the back ones.
Yeah, here it comes. 2 hits. No.
Nothing.
Nothing, no wounds.
Nothing, he's
okay.
startled.
I'd say so. It's just a surprise here by the number of Orks that have burst out and attacked them emerging from these trucks. Okay, so no damage caused against the Orks. I don't know if you're going to suffer any problems with morale. Lost
3.
No, okay, it's going to be no problem. So, turn is finished here. Bit of a research, I have to say, bit of a research here from the Orks. They have caused some damage. Still a bit tactically out of shape, but there's potential for a breakthrough here on this flank. So, we'll calculate points here and give you a total score at this stage of the game. Right, so yeah, turns finished here for the Orks. They've done okay. They haven't got their line breaker, but they've been slaying characters, so that's boosted up their points.
26.
We're on 26 points to Tom's 36 odd, isn't it?
36 at the beginning of this turn.
Including your 10.
Primaries, yeah.
Right, okay, so Tom will stay ahead. The danger now is primary objectives. Orks have seized that objective across there. Tom now holds 2, and that one, he needs to make sure that one's being held. The Sagittarian Guard, just one model left, so he's already moved it. It's moved down. All right, so we're going to head straight on to turn 3 now for the Custodes. The game now hangs in the balance. All right, so moving with the Custodes here. Alaris Terminator's pushing forwards, an advanced move from Alea and Valerian. The Warden's pushing through here. This is the lone warrior that's left from the Custodian Guard squad, holding on to that objective. And then holding on to the objective here with the Sagittarian Guard, and then stuck in close combat on the other flank with the lone Custodian Guardsman. So, movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Right, so shooting phase here, you can see the Bonebreaker's gone. That was firepower coming in from the Wardens, destroying that. Firepower then from the Alaris Terminators, picked off 2 wounds here, but didn't quite destroy the Deathcopter. And then pistol firepower coming through, picked off 2 of the boys in close combat. That was the Custodian Guardsman firing whilst locked in close combat. So shooting phase finished. Charges, yes. Attempting them coming up next. Alright, so charges have taken place. Alaris Terminators, Tom used his command reroll for the command point generated this turn. Foul charge then passed with the command reroll, targeting both units here. So charges done. Combats to resolve next. Alright, so combats have been resolved here. The Weird Boy slain, and then just 3 wounds remaining on the truck. Obviously, no damage coming through from that when it attacked back. And then across the other side, tons and tons of attacks, loads of saves. About 18 2+ saves were passed, and a couple of the big chopper saves. But one of them did make it through, so 2 wounds caused on that lone Custodian Guardsman, but he defiantly hangs on for dear life on that flank, slowing up the Orks again. So turn's finished. Morale, there's no issues here for the Orks or for the Custodians, so we'll end the turn. Secondary points have been picked up and added to the total score to help keep the Custodes ahead. Crucially, Tom's now reclaimed and taken control of this objective. That'll stop the Orks from picking up 15 points at the start of their turn. It's a good play there from the Custodes. Turn's finished. We'll go on to turn 4 now for the Orks, the closing turns of the game. Right, so turn 4 for the Orks. Points picked up for primaries was 10. They've disembarked with this unit tank busters and moved the damaged vehicle out of close combat. The other one sort of pushed its way through still with the tank busters inside. Deathcopter's lined itself up to shoot in this direction. The other Deathcopter's jumped up on top to fire down in this direction as well. Ork boys happy to hold where they are. Mech guns over there have turned their guns in this direction. They can see through to the Alaris Terminators. A bit of a twist. And then around the other side, there's been some movement for the Orks as finally the breakthrough begins. Right, so remaining in close combat here. The trucks have burst through the scrub. An advanced move here. Now we've got line breaker. This squad's broken off and gone 5 inches and has made it. Line breaker's sort of marked by this orange dice here. So this truck's moved round. Didn't advance, but it's going to try and hang on to that objective. And the guns have pivoted round and a wound restored from Napoleon Git Smasher. So we'll go on to shooting phase now for the Orks on turn 4. Alright, so shooting phase resolved here. You can see the Alaris Terminators are gone. So first of all, Tom survived some pistol hits coming through in close combat with the lone Custodian Guardsman. Just as I needed their help, a 111 rolled up with a number of shots coming through. They're firing through against the Alaris Terminators. Didn't do any damage in the end, I don't think. Nothing from them.
No, but then you played
stratagem, yeah, extra stick bombs. So
the most OP stratagem, apart from the Dakar Jet one that Orks have by a long way.
So because we're outside of the vehicle, we're able to use extra stick bombs. So we're able to use grenades for up to 10 models. There's 8 models in the squad. So the shots coming through from the tank buster bombs decimated the Alaris Terminators, and we finished them off. Wanted to clear them off the objective. There's 1 model left, so we let loose with a volley of rockets as well from this tank buster squad inside the truck. Big shooters fired at them as well, no damage. Rocket fire coming through here against her ladyship, no damage against her. Alea, okay, so she's survived, and supporting firepower coming from the Deathcopter didn't cause any damage. So that is shooting phase resolved. Yeah, a few pot shots coming through, big shooters against Valerian, but no hits. Trajan. Yes, sorry. Okay, so that's shooting phase for the Orks complete. We'll go on to combat resolution. Tom will fight first across the other side. All right, so combats have been resolved. Tom killed off 3 of the boys from the squad. We then attacked back, tons of hits coming through, tons of wounds, and a number of ones being rolled. So finally, we've destroyed the lone guardsman on this side, and then a consolidation move pushing through in this direction. So turn is finished. Orks finally get 4 points for Linebreaker picked up for that secondary. We'll wrap this turn up here. Morale's been passed for these, no problem. Turn is finished. We'll maybe get a total score just to let us know what we're going into here for turn 5, the final turn of the game. Okay, so 40 points to 51 here. Tom's still ahead. It's because we haven't killed enough characters. And that secondary for the Orks, we had to try and keep units alive. I failed to keep all 3 of those, so 15 points lost for that. So Orks are suffering because of that. And I'm trying to set the Orks up to get 15 points. It looks like Tom's going to most likely, very extremely likely, going to deny the Orks from getting holding on to this objective and picking up 15 points for primaries on their final turn. So Tom's on the move. This is the end of turn 4 for the Orks. So turn 4 coming up next for the Custodes. So movement's complete. We're on shooting phase now. Tom's going to fire his units across in this direction. Right, shooting phase resolved. Wounds have been picked off here on the truck, down to 1 wound left. Shooting is finished. All focus is now on this objective. We'll go on to charges next. All right, so charges taking place or not. Tom wanted a 7-inch charge. Needed to try and contact these, try and push them off the objective. Command reroll was available but failed. The final roll-up was a 6, so these didn't make it in. Made it difficult for these to charge. Other attempted charges failed as well. So we hold it here. Charges have not taken place to both sides staring at this objective here at the end of turn 4 for the Custodes. So at some point it's been picked up, vehicles being destroyed, and the other secondary you get is where Tom's destroying more units than the Orks.
That's why I needed to try and charge
multiple units. Gotcha.
There's no point in me getting in there and just killing 1 unit.
Yes, okay. Turn's finished.
Yeah.
So we'll go on to turn 5, the last turn of the game for the Orks. All right, so movement here for the Orks. Points picked up another 10. Picked up for them for primaries. Clustering around here, getting ready.
Line breakers, right?
Yeah, Linebreaker's going to go ahead here for the Orks. Pretty much left the units where they are across that side. So getting ready to use extra stick bombs again. Holding on to this objective. Guns have pivoted round. We can actually see the top parts of the models here for shooting at them. Deathcopter's way on top. And advanced moves guaranteed 6 inches with the Deathcopters. This one's got 20. Going to try and catch him in a crossfire as well. So movement done. Shooting phase for the Orks here. Next on turn 5. Right, so shooting resolved for the Orks. The copter rockets coming through. A wound failed here, and I used the command reroll for that. I really wanted to kick him off the objective, but Tom made the 4+ inv save. Regretted that because then we weren't able to use the extra stick bombs. Firepower from the tank busters coming through, and the mech guns. Just one of the wardens slain. This squad of tank busters, once those models reduced down to less than 3, we then used the tank busters and picked on Alea. She's gone. Brought her down with firepower from that tank buster squad. But not as much damage as we'd hoped for the Orks. Their shooting phase is finished. We're not going to charge. We'll sit where we are. Turn is now finished for the Orks. Right, so turn's finished for the Orks. Tom's going to start his move here. The Custodes, you reckon, have won the game. 20 points picked up for primaries. You're going to get that one. We failed to kick you off. Got that one for objective secured, and the other one. So, no, well played. Tom has won the game here. He's just going to continue on his move. Because he wants to try and pick up a few more points here for the sake of the league. So we'll get this turn quickly resolved, and then the game will come to an end. But Custodes have victory here. Okay, so turn finished here. Units removed from the table here as predicted. So Tom will pick up a few more points for secondary objectives. So turn's finished, game is finished. We'll get a final score here and translate that in for points here for the league. Orks are given a good account of themselves, but Tom managed to stay ahead and keep ahead, crucially here in this game. Victory has, I'll call this out now, victory has depended on secondaries in this game in a big way, and it was the good choice of secondaries for the Custodes. Something to remember for your own games of 40k, try and pick the best secondaries that you can. Orks picked a bit of a boo-boo, trying to keep units alive. It cost us 15 potential points. We got none for that secondary, and that really has punished the Orks here in this game. Did all right at the other two, but one of the secondaries was a bad choice, and it's been punishing here for the Orks in this battle. In contrast, 3 good secondaries chosen by Tom, and all of them raking in a decent amount of points. Combining that with a steady flow for both sides, for primaries has resulted in quite a close score. But we have a final score now coming through.
57 to Orks, 69 to Custodes.
Okay, it was a close game in the end for 9th edition, but Custodes have victory. We did say it was a league battle, so they have 1 game played and 1 victory achieved. So there is a chance for them to try and reach the top part of the table and go through to the knockout rounds if we can get enough games with them done. Orks have already played their 3. They're just a stand-in army here. We've got a bit of an overbalance of Imperial armies in the league, so we're just using some Xenos armies and Chaos armies just to stand in so that these Imperial armies can get their games done. So it was a great game. Brilliant combination, these two drastically different armies here, and it's meant for a fascinating encounter of Warhammer 40,000. And who can forget Gut Ripper's antics?
Moment of the game.
Yeah. All right, so we're thinking about units of the game for both sides here. We'll think about which units have performed best. All right, so number of contenders here for both sides. Tom's going to give it to Valerian for taking down the Ripper. Scut Ripper will get an honourable mention. But for work done during the game, it's honourable mention to the mech guns. Yet again, good firepower support from them. Bit of hit and miss, though.
Yeah, so
desperately
very
terrible
random.
at some point. Yeah, very random from them. But that's
the joy of Orks.
That's the Orks, yeah. I'm going to give it to Tank Busters. Good hard work from them. They provided decent firepower support whilst most of the time being protected inside their truck vehicles. So I'm going to give it to the Tank Busters. That is units of the game for both sides. A fascinating encounter of Warhammer 40,000. But in this particular game, the Emperor's finest emerged victorious against the Orks. Thanks for watching and tune in next time.